This game is brought to you by Aaron Mizzarelli of State Farm in Randolph. My licensed and experienced team members are here to serve you for all of your insurance and financial service needs in New Jersey and New York. We offer excellent customer service, and our office is conveniently located in Randolph, New Jersey. For a free auto, home, life, or business quote, visit us at aaronmizzarelli.com or call us at 973-389-9999.
I enjoy helping nonprofits achieve their goals and really accomplish their mission, namely by nurturing my relationship with them, their staff, their donors, their volunteers, and their board members. I think the key to being trusted is really transparency. What I've seen time and time again is that when you give anything the right conditions, the support, the autonomy, trust, your full attention, it will thrive. This is as true for my clients and for my colleagues as it is for myself here at WIS.
Go ahead, take a deep breath. Oh, nice, huh? That's some clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature.
That is good. Who installed the system?
ICS. They're the leaders in HVAC. They make the ductwork at their own factory, so we even save some money.
That's impressive. You recommend them?
It's ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Hey, Lorraine, go get a big plastic bag. Take some air home with you.
If you live in Andover, Blairstown, Byram, Frankfurt, Franklin, Frieden, Frelinghuysen, Greene, Hampton, Hardwick, Hope, Knowlton, Lafayette, Newton, Sparta, Stillwater, Sussex, and Wantage, Planet Networks is building high-speed fiber in your neighborhood. Visit getplanetfiber.com today to learn more.
Blue Nail was superior in almost every aspect. We worked with contractors for almost everything in the firehouse, and Blue Nail really made us feel comfortable all the way through, from the contract to pre-planning to scheduling, getting the job done. We are thrilled that they were able to do the job for us.
Third down to give. Montella cuts back up the middle, and he's over 1,000 yards, and he's off to the races.
Up in the air, blocked down!
Dumping in, wide open net. Too easy right there.
Holly Chapman, she'll take off from the wing. That one's good.
Webb trying to get the pin.
Here we go.
And they got it! That would win it for Warren Hill. Great senior night ceremony here at Lenby Valley High School.
A 63 save performance by Casey Connor, the Crimson.
And he break his record. Penty Edwards wins it.
First game of your conference schedule.
So good, and we're all so pumped and just happy to
Lineups ahead tonight on more Sussex.
Third down to give. Montella cuts back up the middle, and he's
Starting for your Morris Elite. Midfielder number 3, graduate of Michigan State, Kelly Severini. Midfielder number 4 from University of Massachusetts, Jules Ryan. Defender number 5 from Dartmouth College, Taylor Williams. Defender number 6 from TCNJ, Raquel Garces. Midfielder number 7 from Brown University, Angelina Vargas. Midfielder number 14 from Elon University, Lauren McCauley. Defender number 15 from Fordham University, Olivia Redden. Midfielder number 16 from Columbia University, Sophia Cavalier. Defender number 22 from Columbia University, Courtney Root. Forward number 25 from Rutgers University, Allie Post. And in goal for your Morris Elite from NJIT is number 1, Sam Constantine. Now will everyone please rise and remove all hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Hello and welcome to Frederick Douglass Field at Rutgers University Newark for this Wednesday night USLW League Metropolitan Division matchup. We're sorry for the delay. We had a couple of technical difficulties, but should be up and running now. I'm Liza Katz, and alongside me is my broadcast partner, Grace Knizzo, for tonight's matchup between Morris Elite and Westchester Flames. This is the first time these teams have met this season, with Morris Elite currently undefeated and sitting tied with Long Island Rough Riders atop the Metropolitan Division standings with 20 points and a 6-0-2 record. Westchester currently sits in 6th with a 2-5-1 record and 7 points. Grace, a very interesting matchup here tonight with Westchester looking for an upset. What do you think are going to be the keys to the game for both teams?
Yeah, absolutely. So as for Westchester, I think not allowing these crosses that Morris Elite has often capitalized on. They have a pattern where they will kick the ball up to someone on either flank and often results in a cross. So if they can stop that, that would be key. And even if they can't, defending these crosses is the next thing they would need to work on. They need to work on high press, as Morris Elite has a pattern of scoring early. And this is a very technical Westchester team, so incorporating those skills and not being nervous on the ball. As for Morris Elite, I think getting shots off early, again, I mentioned they have a pattern of scoring early, and if they can do that again today, I think that will only boost their confidence, as well as working on switching the field. I've often seen the ball get congested on one side or the other, as well as working on containing their offsides from diminishing such great chances that they have. So I think both teams have things that they can do. I wouldn't count either team out. I definitely wouldn't count Westchester out, even though we referred to them as essentially the underdog. Anything can happen, and this is a great Westchester team, so I'm excited to see what happens tonight.
Yeah, with that being said, our conditions tonight, definitely a good day for soccer, if not a little warm. Very sunny, 86 degrees with very few clouds and very little wind, so a hot one tonight here in Newark. Because of the heat, the players will be getting a hydration break halfway through each half. So just letting you know about that. Sunset tonight also going to happen at around halftime, so that could impact goalie visibility for Morris Elite's Sam Constantine and Westchester's Megan Sakal. So seeing as we unfortunately missed the lineups tonight, just a quick run through for each team. For Morris Elite, we have starting goal number 1, Sam Constantine. Starting in the back, Courtney Root, Raquel Garces, Juliana Ryan, as well as Olivia Redden. In the midfield, we have, we have Lauren McCauley, Kelly Severini, and Sophia Cavalier. And up top, Angelina Vargas, Ali Post, and I think that's everyone. Sorry, I think we may have accidentally had an extra defender in there, but that should be your starting lineup for Morris Elite. For Westchester Flames, we have in goal number 1, Megan Sakal, number 22, Caroline O'Neill, number 8, Juliana Vano, number 11, Ashley Reyes, number 16, Andrea Flores, number 17, Jennifer Lopez, number 18, Sophia Rosenblatt, number 19, Kayla McHugh, number 20, Maya Presume, number 21, Francesca Heighton, and number 23, Ashley Fortunate.
Just like that, we're off. Again, just discussed this a minute ago, but Morris Elite has had a lot of early goals this season, so I think that if you're Westchester, that's something you're keeping in mind, keeping this high press early, because not letting in an early goal is huge, as letting one in can really have an impact on the team's confidence. So staying calm and collected, not distracted in these early minutes, is going to be key for them.
Yeah, and a couple new faces on this Morris Elite roster tonight. Specifically, the one starter we have not yet seen this season, number 5, Taylor Williams. She's 5'6" defender from Dartmouth, a senior there, just finished her senior year there, from Franklin Park, New Jersey. Played 15 games for Dartmouth this year, starting all of them. 1 assist this season. Second team All-Ivy selection, as well as a NUISA All-New England third team selection. So very big player for that Dartmouth team that could very well make an impact here for Morris Elite. Meanwhile, a wild pass from Olivia Redden gets intercepted. She recovers, no call. And now it's back with Westchester. This is Caroline O'Neill. Forward for Presume, but she won't get there. Taken away by Williams.
And this is the high press. You can see already from Morris Elite when they lost the ball, just stepping in front as to steal the ball. This is the high press you're looking for Morris Elite.
Yeah, Morris Elite has struggled early in games adjusting to high pressure. We saw it in their game against Manhattan a couple weeks ago, although that game did end in a 10-0 win for Morris Elite. So they were able to weather that storm and eventually clinch that one. Constantine with her first touch of the match there. Ball too far for Ryan, but to the feet of McCauley. Williams in for Severini, touched for Juliana Ryan. She'll take this one through the defense, played for post, cleared away by McHugh. Garces on it now. Severini, high press, she spins away. Garces once again looking for McCauley, but again cleared away by McHugh, so throw in here for Morris Elite. Throw in here, quickly taken, Vargas fires. First save of the night for Megan Sakal.
Yeah, and you could argue that shot was right at her, but really just testing the goalkeeper early, even getting a shot off. I mean, I don't care if the shot is 10 feet wide. I think making that early statement if you're Morris Elite is so imperative and something that they really want to get started here. So I think that was the right call there to just take the shot.
Yeah, and first save of the night for Sakal, who important to test her as she's a little on the shorter end for a goalkeeper at 5'4". So important to get those shots in early, see what she can do, see what her range is. Morris Elite now resetting for Olivia Redden. She'll take this ball out of the back and looks to play Williams wide. She'll complete that pass. Pressured by Presume. Force negative. Errant ball there, but Redden will recover with little trouble. Courtney Root. Columbia Lion drives into the defense. Long left-footed ball looking for Ryan. Headed away by Caroline O'Neill. Here's McCauley taken away by Reyes, but one back once again by Severini. She's pressured high. Chip ball looking for for Sophia Cavalier. Won't find her though. It's taken away by Fortunate. O'Neill. McHugh. Back for O'Neill. Flores. Heighton. O'Neill back for Heighton.
Some high press from Morris Elite here, but great job finding these passes.
Long ball here looking for Presume, headed away by Redden. Severini collects that loose ball in the midfield and will settle it down. Here's Vargas taking on Fortunate down that left side. She'll cut in, ends up going back for Cavalier, and Morris Elite once again resets. Cavalier on it. Garces back for Cavalier.
This is one of those opportunities where I think they could benefit from switching the ball.
Looping ball in, looking for McCauley. Taken away by the Westchester Elite defender. That's McHugh. Once again coming up big for her team in these first 5 minutes. There was a last-minute change in this Westchester starting lineup. Instead of Jennifer Lopez starting for the Flames, we have Jennifer Rodriguez playing center back for them, along with McHugh. Meanwhile, here's Vargas coming down the left side. She has space and time, pressured by Rodriguez, taken away by the defender, and cleared away for a Morris Elite throw.
That was a beautiful play by her. I mean, she knew she had a second there to clear the ball out. Instead of just kicking it, which you might want to do, panic in that situation, she knew she had a second, took a nice touch and turn, and got that one out without the damage of a corner kick.
Throw in here, headed on by Post. She'll flick that around the defender, but ultimately battled off of it. Meanwhile, here's McCauley. Battle here between Williams and O'Neill that O'Neill will win. O'Neill taken away by Williams. Plays back to Redden. Here's Post turning. Ball taken away by McHugh and cleared out of bounds by Maya Presume.
Westchester Flames defense is doing really well here. Maybe not so many chances offensively, but their defense is really helping them out, preventing these chances.
Yeah, clear shove there while we were on chatting a little bit. Clear shove there by Presume on the back of Juliana Ryan, and a call here. Big, dangerous opportunity early here for Morris Elite.
And again, can you get this over the keeper's head is the question, as she is on the shorter side.
Ball in from Williams, headed in, flicked on, unfortunately wide there by Severini. Westchester counters here. This is Heighton looking for the ball back to number 8, Juliana Vano, but off the foot of Raquel Garces and out of bounds. Here's Fortunate. Played back here for McHugh. O'Neill looking for Flores, won't find it. Great touch there by McCauley, but won by Westchester once again. O'Neill battling with Ryan. Back for McHugh. McHugh looking long, will find her woman in Vano, but that touch a little too heavy from the UNH forward, and
Severini will take her space.
Back once again for Root.
Can they switch it now?
Yeah, Taylor Williams in these early goings looking very wide open on this right side. She goes now. Redden looks instead for the opposite side, headed away by Fortunate. Vano pressured by Garces. Garces wins that battle. Now Vargas on it.
I love playing this ball to the corner.
Post. Ball in for Ryan, just too long. And into the hands of Sakal. But that was a very dangerous opportunity for Morris Elite, finding that seam between the two center backs.
Yeah, I would think that if the pass was maybe a touch less heavy, that could have gone right to the feet of Ryan.
Presume missed touch, taken away by McCauley. Now Williams back on it. A lot of the action coming down this right side early in this one. Here's Root. Post, flicked on. Severini was not on the same page though, and Westchester will recover that one. McHugh back on it. Taking her space, pressured by Post, plays back for O'Neill. O'Neill looking for Presume, but stolen away by Williams. Juliana Ryan facing up O'Neill, but taken away once again, but she has it back. Here's McCauley, settled down at the feet of Sophia Cavalier. Root driving. She will find Raquel Garces. Quick turn from Severini looking for McCauley, but won't find her. Though now Morris Elite back on it. Angelina Vargas in dangerous positioning, facing up Fortunate. She'll beat her outside, but her cross goes over the net.
And if you're Westchester, I'm thinking with this goal kick, it is an opportunity to slow the game down. There's been high press from both teams. I mean, clearly hasn't benefited either team too much as we're still scoreless here. However, I'd like to think that by slowing this game down a little bit, Westchester can take a breath. They've been chasing Morris Elite quite a bit.
Yeah, and as you say that, a big first ball went out of the air by Severini. Shoved on Rosenblatt there, but able to keep it is the Towson commit. She'll play back for McHugh. O'Neill. Her pass touched away by Juliana Ryan, though Allie Post unable to get by McHugh. McHugh, great job by her. Looked like that ball went out of bounds off Taylor Williams, but ref says Morris Elite ball. Williams.
Yeah. Juliana Ryan's one of those players that I've seen making a big impact for this Morris Elite team early. Might not show up on the statistics, but really just being in front of the ball and winning the ball back has been huge in these early minutes. And University of Massachusetts player hasn't gotten much playing time this year, but the playing time she has got, she's certainly taken advantage of.
Yeah, meanwhile, Morris Elite on the attack here. Here's Garces, just transferred to TCNJ. Back for Cavalier. You mentioned Juliana Ryan, though her contributions don't necessarily show up on the score sheet. They definitely did against Long Island. Meanwhile, here's Angelina Vargas, misfires. Against Rough Riders on Saturday, notched a goal, as well as starting the attack that led to their second. So big contributor in that 2-2 draw on Saturday. Helped their comeback from 2-0 down immensely.
Absolutely, and so again, even though she hasn't gotten that much playing time this year, she certainly deserved the time that she's been getting recently, starting today, and we'll see what she can do with that.
Severini's ball in, punched away by Sakal. Though Taylor Williams is back on it, her cross in, headed by Post. Cleared away there, though, by the Westchester defense. Little ball in there from Vano. She'll find Presume.
Lack of options up here.
Yeah, she had Heighton on her left, but Heighton just not quick enough to get high there. Here's Reyes looking for Presume. She'll touch inside, ball chipped in, but that's ultimately gonna be a pretty easy catch for Sam Constantine.
Pretty easy catch, but shows what Westchester is capable of, as I really like the idea of that chipped ball. If it was a little lighter of a touch, that could have easily been a very dangerous play. So although it didn't end up being a very dangerous play, you have to see what Westchester is capable of with that play.
Yeah, well, we were talking about that play from Westchester. Morris Elite back on the attack. Here's Post touching through for Vargas. She'll face up with McHugh. Touch inside, fires, caught by Sakal.
In the beginning of this game, I also touched on how Morris Elite is so dangerous with crossing, and Westchester has done an excellent job thus far, either preventing those crosses or kind of creating a shield where it doesn't go in a dangerous area, as that one went right to the keeper's gloves.
Meanwhile, here's Flores, back for Rosenblatt. Here's Reyes. Reyes spins, fortunate now on it. Plays back for Rodriguez, pressured by Post, and one back by Morris Elite. Redden with it now. Morris Elite content to just play this around the back until these holes open up for them. Here's Redden, back for Root. Two center backs playing back and forth. Redden now taking it. Here's Juliana Ryan, pressured by Presume into a sea of blue shirts and taken away by Rosenblatt. Sophia Rosenblatt, a big player for this Westchester team. Meanwhile, Vargas, ball stolen off the foot of Juliana Vano and fouled. Another really dangerous free kick here for Morris Elite.
Dangerous opportunity. We'll see who looks to take it. Looks like it could be Kelly Severini.
Sophia Cavalier also standing over it. And 4 people in this wall for Westchester Flames. And, you know, the one player that definitely stands out here is number 22, Caroline O'Neill. She stands at 5'11", so a really big presence in this wall for them. Severini shoots high. Very hard to chip that ball over the almost 6-foot Caroline O'Neill. 5'11" senior at Tufts. Played all 21 games for the Jumbos last year and helped them to an NCAA Division III Final Four appearance. So really accomplished player who will get you defensive stops when you need it.
Oh yeah, and a very athletic family at that. Her mom, Kay, played basketball at Williams, and her dad rode crew at Marist, so definitely has those genes.
She certainly does. Meanwhile, Presume now on it, pressured by Ryan. McHugh looking for O'Neill, but over her head and out of bounds. O'Neill, the tallest player on the field tonight at 5'11", though much of her Westchester team has a lot of height as well, so that will be something to look for in this one. See how Morris Elite can match up against that height. Heighton listed at 5'7", but looks to be a little taller than that, and Rosenblatt 5'8". McHugh also 5'8".
Seemingly the only player who doesn't have height is the goalkeeper, funnily enough.
Meanwhile, call on Morris Elite, so first foul of the day on them. Westchester will take this free kick. This is Ashley Reyes, midfielder from Buffalo. Plays with the girl who she just played that ball to in Ashley Fortunate at Buffalo. Lauren McCauley's pass taken away there by Rosenblatt. Here's O'Neill looking to beat McCauley, but unable to do so was O'Neill, but able to touch that ball from Williams out of bounds.
Yeah, and talking about the stakes for this game, I mean, you're looking at an undefeated Morris Elite team, but they really want to make this top spot in their division, and the only thing that seems to be preventing them right now is Long Island Riders, who are currently playing Paisley, winning 4-0. If they were to win and Morris Elite were to tie or lose, Long Island would take that top spot. So that's something you're certainly keeping in mind. While you can't control how Long Island performs. You can certainly control how you perform here if you're Morris Elite, so that's something they want to consider.
Yeah, for sure. And Morris Elite's next contest actually against Long Island on Saturday, or excuse me, on Sunday at 3:30 out on Long Island. And that game, especially after the results tonight, will be extremely important and potentially division clinching implications for either of those teams, depending on the results here tonight. So Cavalier now on it. Her shot over the head of Sakal, but over the bar as well. And that's a shot that, speaking of the goals that Morris Elite needs tonight to keep up with the pace of Rough Riders, that one could have been the opener right there.
Yeah, absolutely. That was pretty excellent shot. And from far out, something I also wanted to mention is that Morris Elite has scored 60 goals this season. Only 6 of those goals have been assisted. A lot of them have been chances like that from far out after an intercepted pass or something similar of that sort. So that is where Morris Elite is so dangerous in those far shots.
Yeah, not to say they aren't dangerous close to net. That game-tying goal by Sam Kroger on Saturday was assisted by number 3, Kelly Severini, with a beautiful ball in. So this Morris Elite squad, though their assist numbers are low, can definitely do everything. It's very, very hard to find a weakness on this team. Speaking of Severini, she was on the ball there, played back for Root.
Yeah, and while they can assist, I think the low number of assists really goes to show how they are able to bounce back so quickly after winning a possession. And that's what's scary if you're Westchester, how quickly you can go from having the ball to giving up a goal.
Meanwhile, that ball there, speaking of, the ball won by Severini but played over the head of Williams. O'Neill with the throw in here. Presume will check. Over her head, looking for Rosenblatt, but headed down by Ryan. Heighton, back for Presume. Avoids the pressure from Ryan and finds Rosenblatt. Those two playing a little two-man ball, back for Presume, who will cross that one, though ultimately back across for McHugh. O'Neill with space. Calls for Presume to stay with her, but ultimately only 4 players with her is O'Neill. Now Presume with it, touch in. Ball here for Heighton. Heighton looking across will find Vano. Vano with 3 red shirts around her. Reyes touched by McCauley. Another touch by Cavalier, though taken away by Garces. Just too many red shirts in between Vano and that goal there.
Yeah, and she had a player wide open on the side. I think she could have just taken advantage of that.
Here's O'Neill. Presume. Her ball. Looks like she may have kicked the ground there, and Ryan will take that one away. McCauley, pressured by Vano, and ultimately gets that ball away for Severini, who drives at the Westchester defense. Severini looking for post, but not on the same page, and that ball cleared away by McHugh.
Williams has time, and she'll take it.
All the time in the world here for Taylor Williams. She'll find post. Good step in there from Rodriguez. O'Neill, ball gets stuck in her feet a bit, but Presume on it. Taken away by Root. She'll drive. Here's post. Spins. Fends off Rosenblatt.
Not many options up high.
Back for Root. Her center back really high. Severini now fires and wide left. No threat there on Sakal.
Yeah, and Westchester is holding this defense seemingly to the 18, unless obviously the ball passes that point, but that is also why Morris Elite hasn't been able to pass up to players very high, because they were holding that 18 right there.
Yeah, and if you're Morris Elite, the best way to break this kind of low block with players sitting in on the 18 is to play wide. So looking for Juliana Ryan, who's proven to be extremely successful in those moments, especially in these last 2 games, will be key here. Meanwhile, Vargas driving to the middle of the field, pressure there by Reyes. Now Severini looking wide. Had Garces on the run, but can't find her. Spinning. Ball for Vargas over her foot and cleared away. Heighten's touch, too long. Now here's Cavalier, fires. Once again over the bar.
I mean, over the bar, but what a shot. It had a little curve to it, too. I mean, I think that's what you're looking for if you're Morris Elite. Again, not every shot can go in, but you can't score without shooting.
And if you're going to look for a shot on this goalkeeper in particular, she's very good low to the ground. And so putting that ball high where she might not be able to reach it may be your best bet, especially from distance. Meanwhile, Westchester building here. Ball just too far for Rosenblatt. Now here's McCauley. Looking for Ryan there, but finds the feet of O'Neill instead. She'll attempt to clear, blocked by Ryan and out of bounds. Morris Elite throw. Taken by Williams. Post, ball out of bounds, FC Westchester this time. O'Neill will go and take that. O'Neill. Looking for Rosenblatt. Cleared away. Touchdown by Hayden. Looking for Rodriguez, pressured by Post, and looping ball under pressure. Presume gets there first. Presume still on it. Looping ball in, looking for Vano, but touchdown by Garces for Severini. Fouled there by Vano, and quick ball played by Morris Elite. Garces back with it. Here's Vargas. Garces running forward. She has her as an option, goes middle instead. Facing up Flores. Ball slipped in for McCauley, taking on McHugh, but Vargas, a sea of blue shirts in front of her. And that attack ultimately unsuccessful for Morris Elite.
Honestly, if you're Morris Elite, I think taking these long shots has been where they're most successful because they have been caught up in the Westchester defense when they try to pass it and do an overlap or something of that sort.
Meanwhile, though, looking to do so again is Morris Elite, though alley post offside there. So that's another way that you can potentially take advantage of this low block if you're Morris Elite, is just by pressuring high and winning the ball higher up the field. McHugh, long for Presume, headed on, but no one home for Westchester. Here's Root.
Morris Elite looks to be slowing things down a little bit.
Yeah, and these last couple minutes, especially for them, have gotten a little frantic as Westchester has swarmed the ball, especially in the midfield. So settling it down will be key. Meanwhile, as I say that, taken away in the midfield by Vano. Heighten now on it, but Garza is able to recover her errant pass and play back for Constantine. Now Redden on it. Olivia Redden, center back from Fordham. Team captain for the Rams last year. Played 18 games with 15 starts for the Rams.
Yeah, and she's going to use her last year of eligibility at Johns Hopkins. Excited to see what she can do there. Very dominant player. Brick wall for this team.
Ball looped in by Redden. Great run there from Cavalier to get in. Columbia midfielder back for Severini, who fires, and that's the first goal of the day for Morris Elite. That's Kelly Severini.
Kelly Severini, her 8th goal on the season. That's good for the 3rd most on the team. We talked about this Michigan State captain who was transferring to Buffalo next year. Also a captain on this Morris Elite squad. What a goal from her. Again, not in the air where we've talked about might be the sweet spot, but she just got the right angle on it, right past the gloves of the keeper. Nothing you can do about that one.
Yeah, but also a great ball there from Redden, who we were just discussing. A nice little looping ball over the backside center back. Landed at the feet of Cavalier, and the composure from the Columbia midfielder to find Severini in space.
Now 61 goals has Morris Elite on the season. 8 of those, as I just mentioned, now from Kelly Severini.
Cavalier will get the assist on that goal, so Assist number 7 for this Morris Elite team.
Goal was scored by number 3, Kelly Severini, with an assist from number 16, Sophia Cavalier.
Meanwhile, Morris Elite again threatening, ball in, Vargas offside. Missed wide of the net anyways, but that's the kind of chance that they've been looking for. The floodgates seem to be opening after that first goal from Severini.
And I can't help but think about how that could have been such a golden play onsides. Wall pretty blatantly offsides. Looks like we'll get a water break here. Wall pretty blatantly offsides. If she stayed a couple feet before that, she still could have stayed onside while sneaking a little past the defender. So it's chances like that that you don't want to give up if you're Morris Elite.
But great job there from Westchester, stepping up, playing that offside trap, and not getting caught deep, especially playing in this low block. So as the players get some water at this 28-29 minute mark here, just also wanted to highlight a couple of players here. If they get in the game tonight, first appearances for Kyla Holmes, as well as the first appearance made from Taylor Williams for Morris Elite. Additionally, Natalia Ramirez back after a 4-game absence. So potentially some big players entering for Morris Elite later in this one.
Yeah, definitely. And even with players who it's not their first game, there are several players on this team in which it is their second game, or they've sat at other games but not played much. So this squad, very different. And that just goes to show how talented this Morris Elite team is, as I believe they can put pretty much any roster on here and find success in some way.
Yeah, and that says a lot about a team's chemistry and the way that they play together. And a lot of that also has to do with their coaching. So shout out to head coach Steph Savino for putting together a team that can gel together this flawlessly, despite a lot of players going in and out of the lineup. As we saw last week, the big injury to Hannah Andikin, who up to that point had been their leading scorer.
Yeah.
Allie Post sliding in and replacing her at the 9 and doing so beautifully in the last 2 games.
Yeah, and so both coaches are very experienced ones at that for both squads. Anna Edwards, coaching for Westchester Flames, she played at UMass Amherst. And after, at a league in Spain, this is our 3rd season with the team, so very experienced coaching staff on both sides.
Yeah, fun fact about Anna Edwards, she's actually been a player coach for this team and has made a couple appearances in the past couple of years for them when they've needed players. So definitely a versatile coaching presence over there for Westchester.
For sure. Looks like we're going to get started in just a moment. Ball was called offsides a little before the 6, maybe at about 8 yards short of the goal. So that's where we will start from.
Yeah, and just to highlight the importance of these hydration breaks, we saw it on Saturday, and Morris Elite down 2-0 at the second half hydration break with just under 20 to go, and we're able to find 2 goals with some key adjustments made at the hydration break, namely moving Juliana Ryan up the field. She scored that first goal and was pivotal in the build-up to the second. So we all know the impact that these hydration breaks can make, not just on the players themselves, as it gives them a little bit of a break, but also on the flow of a game. So this could really be big for Westchester, getting sort of a pseudo halftime break to talk things over and potentially find us some more dangerous opportunities in the next few minutes.
Absolutely. Morris Elite has been known to sort of break free, score several goals after scoring 1, and right now, if you can prevent that, if you're Westchester, get some momentum back. It's only 1-0, and we're so early on. So much time for anything to happen.
Cavalier with the ball, winning it off of Flores. Here's McCauley back for Ryan, pressured. McCauley gets it once again outside of the football, looking for Severini, taken down, but stolen away there by Reyes and played out by Flores, looking for Juliana Vano, but won't find her. Severini now back on the ball. She dribbles, looking for Post, but that ball too far as Post's cross hits the outside side netting.
Maybe slightly too far, but it's almost hard to get that ball perfect as there were 2 Westchester players on her. So I think really just taking that chance was a good one. Hard to play a ball perfectly when you have 2 defenders on you.
Yeah, especially when that ball is hit with pace as it was there by Severini, but she'll win that ball back for Morris Elite. Fortunate. Looking for Francesca Heighton, but Redden on it now. Cavalier spinning. Looking for post. We haven't heard her name called much today. It seems as though the Westchester defense has her man marked to prevent her from laying that ball back. Looking for post once again there was Redden, but unable to find her feet, though the forward does the work to win that ball back. And here is Vargas cutting in, looking for McCauley, but finds McHugh instead, and she'll clear that ball. Morris Elite spending a lot of time in Westchester's half. Can take a toll on a team when you're defending this much, so.
Yeah, and they'll play this one quickly. Other balls they've tried to contain more.
Garces looking to play that one off of the foot of Rodriguez and out of bounds, but unsuccessful in doing so, though they will get the throw in a little further up the field.
Throw in, but I think that's a win if you're Westchester. They prevented the corner kick and got the ball out of such a dangerous zone. Another chance to reset here.
Back for Root. Redden with nothing but green grass in front of her. She'll take that space, though Heighton will fill it, and she'll go back for Root. Garces. Severini touched for post, though mishandled by her. Easily recovered. Severini. Vargas. Cross in by her, looking for post, saved by Sakal, chopped back in and into the net there. Off the foot or the thigh of Juliana Ryan, her second goal in 2 games.
That was a very interesting goal. I mean, bounced off of several players, but ultimately Morris Elite stayed put and they were able to knock that ball in after several deflections. So really shows how they were able to stick with that one.
Yeah, and the assist there should go to Lauren McCauley, who did a really great job of preventing that initial save from Sakal from going out of bounds. But Westchester here now down 2-0. We'll restart this. Here's Reyes. To clarify there, that was Juliana Ryan on the goal, assisted by McCauley. Here's Vano. Pressured by Vargas, taken away, no call. Ryan now going to the middle of the field. Vargas blows by Reyes, though her ball taken away by O'Neill with space now is the Tufts midfielder. She'll find Flores. Wide for Vano. Looping ball from Vano, shot over Constantine, but also over the crossbar. First real dangerous chance there from Westchester, courtesy of Juliana Vano.
Yeah, and talking about Juliana Ryan, who just scored that goal. Now her second goal of the season, but while 2 might not seem like a very impressive mark, she hasn't gotten that much playing time. And in this game, as well as the last, when she has been given some more time, she has scored a goal in both. So really making a name for herself, really proving why she should be a starter on this team.
Yeah, meanwhile, Westchester win that ball back off a nifty little flick from Cavalier that ultimately didn't come off, but good pressure there from Vargas to get the ball back. Garces, out of bounds, says the referee, so Westchester throw. Fortunate will take this one. Here's Reyes. Rosenblatt.
I think their defense needs to get up more here.
Raquel Garza is back on it. Now here's Cavalier, pressured by Flores and taken down by the midfielder from Pace University is Cavalier. So free kick for her.
Westchester had the ball, had players wide, but no one really behind them. unless you go past the half mark, which I think they could have had players get up a little more there.
Meanwhile, the ball from O'Neal finds Heighton, and she has space, pressured by Severini. Back now for Vano. She'll move wide, though Vano instead goes back for Reyes. Vano pressured by Vargas, taken down once again, but no call once again. So Vargas now taking that ball. Ryan in space, she has her. Here's Macaulay. Ryan trying to stay on side, and will. She gets the ball here. Facing down McHugh, ball in, blocked by the Marist defender, and out for a Morris Elite corner, their second of the match.
So there have been many opportunities here where Morris Elite is able to drive the ball up. Defense is there, but backtracking instead of allowing one player to go up. So I think that's something Westchester needs to keep in mind. High press is so as to not allow so much space.
Yeah, attempted short corner there for Morris Elite, but defended well by Maya Presume. And now Ryan will get back on this quick throw, crossed in, looking for Severini, but cleared away by Sakal, though Severini offside, so the goal would not have counted either way. Sam Constantine will kick this ball back for fellow goalkeeper to take that one. And very high out of her net is Constantine on that. Quick ball there from Sakal to McHugh. O'Neal looking for Presume, but headed down and away by Redden. Constantine will collect this one and look to reset. Courtney Root now.
Now Morris Elite will get back into this slower groove. No need to rush if you're up 2-0. Only a few minutes left in the half.
Though these next 5 minutes extremely important. 2-0, one of the most terrifying scores in soccer, as one goal from the team that is down can put them right back in this game, and one goal from the team up 2-0 could put it away. So big 5 minutes here. Morris Elite would love to get a goal to put this one out of reach before halftime, and Westchester would love to go into halftime only down a goal. Looking to do so is Westchester with the throw. Fortunate will take it. Checking is Reyes. She'll receive it. Back for Fortunate. The two Buffalo players playing nicely together, and we'll find McHugh on the opposite side. McHugh played long for Heighton. Touchdown, but taken away by Garces, and easily back for Constantine. Ashley Ray is a really interesting player for this team. She's, as I mentioned, a junior at Buffalo, but also a member of the U20 Ecuadorian youth national team. So quite a pedigree from her. She'll be dangerous in this midfield for Westchester tonight.
Yeah, very dangerous player for sure, and something you definitely need to watch out for if you're Morris Elite. So again, 2-0, but so much time left in this game. Morris Elite has not put it to bed.
Rhea is actually the team's leading goal scorer thus far with 3 goals on the year, so she's someone you must key in on, as well as Juliana Vanno, who has 2 goals, next closest player. So those two, a threat for Westchester that Morris Elite will need to lock down if they want to keep the shutout tonight.
Yeah, and she's an exercise science major, so to me it sounds like she knows what she's doing. 3 goals on the season, only 20 years old.
Yeah, meanwhile, Heighton's attempt to dribble that up the field taken away by Root. Ryan pressured by Presume. She'll spin out of that. And the lunge there from Rosenblatt won't come off, so Ryan with it. Fake shot, cut back, looking for Post, who's onside, though that ball expertly taken away by Rodriguez. Heighton back for Presume. Flores. Vanno. Back for Reyes. McHugh. Yeah, it's easy to tell that this Westchester team has been defending so much, because We have not seen Heighton, who is playing that center forward position, get much higher than the top of this center circle very frequently, if at all. So another thing to look for there, if you're Westchester, is getting her higher up the field. They'll do so here, crossing half field with Rosenblatt.
Yeah, I think
McHugh.
The defense could get a little higher up when they are in possession of the ball, help their midfielders and forwards out a little bit more.
Yeah, that ball forward from Vanno looking for Heighton did not come off, and Constantine will pick that one up easily. Courtney Root back on it. Cavalier spins out of the pressure from Flores. Severini. She has Williams wide and will find her here. Williams. Cavalier in space. Cuts back. Juliana Ryan, though, offside. Close call there for the UMass winger, but unfortunately that one will go down as an offside.
Yeah, something that Morris Elite, I believe, has improved on, but still something they need to work on is those offsides that can be killer with such great chances.
Meanwhile, ball down the line, looking for Heighton. Unsuccessful, and Redden will take this throw. Root. Redden. We'll see how much stoppage time there will be in this first half as we tick towards 45 minutes played, but shouldn't be more than 1 or 2 minutes for the hydration break here. Redden looking for that same ball that worked so well for them on the first goal, and she'll find it, though Vargas is offside. So offside once again, coming back to bite Morris Elite. That was a great ball from Redden to Vargas in a very similar spot as Cavalier was on that first goal, and ultimately offside called.
Yeah, I just mentioned how they're doing a little bit better on that. I mean, might have to take back my previous statement there. It's something that this team is so talented and can put up incredible shots, and it's just something that really depletes them from that.
This ball back to Constantine. Back for Root. Morris Lee seemingly content to just let this first half run out and regroup after halftime. But we'll see if this last rush will yield any fruit for them. Root. Redden. Back for Root. Little chip ball pressured by Vanno, but Root will swing that one wide for Garces, who barely keeps it in bounds and will continue her run. She has Vargas to her left. Will play her a slip ball through. Vargas in on goal. Crossed in, looking for Juliana Ryan, and offsides. Ultimately unsure if that was Vargas or Ryan that was called for that, but nonetheless offside all the same. And that last rush from Morris Elite to end the half, you know, stopped with one blow of the whistle there.
Yeah, but they did have so much momentum in bringing up the ball, dribbling it up, and again, something Westchester needs to work on is their defense, at least having one defender go up and press that ball so as to not allow the gift of so much space.
Here's Rodriguez. She's looking for O'Neill wide, and will find her, the outside back, running at this defense. Recovery run from Ryan, though, stalls that one, and Williams will recover this ball for Morris Elite. Ryan back on it. Ryan touched for Severini. Ball for Williams, too long. Westchester ball. O'Neill. Thrown in, looking in the direction of Heighton, but cleared off the foot of Severini. Again, looking for Heighton, but Redden able to stop that one. Only momentarily, though, as Heighton able to beat her, but Redden able to get that body in between Heighton and the ball, and Root successfully clears their lines. And that's halftime. Our score, Morris Elite 2, Westchester 0. We'll be back in just 15 minutes with the second half of play.
Far behind you are memories of being out there competing so clear that you can feel it, but then reality sets in and your stiff back, achy knees, and painful shoulders remind you that it's been years or even decades since you could move that way. Don't worry, the team at Better with Physical Therapy's one-on-one customized care can help you feel and move better again. Their specialists will find the cause of what's slowing you down and build a plan that will help you realize that your glory days are still ahead of you. You can get better with Physical Therapy, located in the Madison YMCA. Request an appointment today at betterwithpt.com.
For years, it had been the same routine, working all night. Ah, those beautiful faces. I wanted more, for me, for them, for our futures. There was this day that something changed, a simple moment of dress-up. It opened my eyes.
Take charge of your future and go big at CCM.
KJM Financial, helping families navigate the college application and financial aid process since 1988. Visit njcollegeguy.com to schedule your free consultation.
Crust Kitchen, a unique kitchen experience. Located at 7 Cross Street in Madison. Call us at 908-525-7878 or visit crustkitchen.com to see our menu or order online.
At Planet Networks, our high-speed fiber is designed to be fast. Up to 300 times faster than cable, and up to 500 times faster than DSL. As fast as 10,000 megabits per second up and down, if you speak nerd. We're talking cheetah, bullet train, lightning strike, hummingbird, race car kind of fast. Planet Networks. So fast, it's worth the wait.
For all of the perks that come with working here, I would say that the most valuable thing WIS offers is freedom. The freedom to make the most of your role, to really go beyond the job description, the freedom to think differently and be rewarded for it, and the freedom to show up as 100% who you are.
Pipeworks Services, providing quality plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical services, and insulation for 20-plus years. Our unwavering commitment to excellent service has earned us the trust of North and Central New Jersey communities. Call us today at 973-298-1961 to experience our dependable and caring expertise.
At Pascarella Brothers, we love creating great food for our customers.
Everything is made daily using real fresh ingredients, and you can taste the difference.
We specialize in creating gluten-free options for our customers, all prepared in a separate area so there's no cross-contamination.
We also pride ourselves on providing unparalleled catering for events big and small.
We love what we do.
Stop into Pascarella Brothers.
You'll taste the difference.
All you guys that play defense, shorties especially.
We train athletes and develop them for the long term. Not for the fall, not for the summer, but forever.
Experience the difference, because the difference is experience. Calvin Cross Training.
We specialize in roofing and siding. That includes gutters, windows, doors, stone siding, decks, and painting. We also utilize new age technology like drones and 3D modeling. The drones keep our guys safe on the ground with an aerial perspective, and the 3D modeling gives us exact measurements for precise job scope. Give us a call today. We'll be happy to provide you with a complimentary drone inspection. We look forward to keeping your home and your family safe.
Open Road Mazda of Morristown is your go-to for reliable and affordable vehicles. We offer a wide range of options to match your style and needs. First-time buyers, discover the joy of buying with confidence with our 5-day money-back guarantee. Your journey begins here at Open Road Mazda of Morristown.
My room is so cold, my fish froze.
Mine's so hot, my sneakers melted.
Rooms with different temperatures? That means your HVAC system is outdated and wasting energy. At ICS, we'll install an energy-efficient system that provides a constant flow of clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature in every room. You could save money each month, and the price we quote is the price you'll pay. Get a quote today. See why we say ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Provide your team or athlete with quality trophies, medals, plaques, and awards with Performance Trophy and Medals of Randolph. Call us today at 973-989-8775.
WIS gives me the freedom to be entrepreneurial, innovative. I feel supported to bring 100% of myself and my personality to work each and every day. I'm the CEO of WIS Family Office. I have 2 amazing children. I'm the daughter of French and Italian immigrants. Above all, I'm someone who derives strength and confidence from my ability to connect with others, and I strive to make a difference in their lives.
Athletic Fields of America in Montville, New Jersey has become an industry leader in synthetic turf. Serving the greater New York, New Jersey, and Eastern PA regions, we have delivered hundreds of both synthetic turf and natural grass sports fields for youth and recreational levels all the way up to the highest standards and requirements of the NCAA. Our goal with every project is to provide our customers with exceptional workmanship, extraordinary service, and professional integrity while constructing a superior product that you can enjoy for years to come. Visit athleticfieldsofamerica.com.
Hi, I'm Dan from George J. Keller & Sons. My family-owned company has provided superior service to local homeowners since 1980. And based on the strength of our commitment to you and your positive reviews and feedback, we are now a GAF 3-star President's Club winner. That's right, one of 30 winners out of 2,600 Master Elite dealers nationwide. Our seasoned pros provide the best service and quality products from beginning to end of your project. Give us a call today for your free estimate.
This game is brought to you by Aaron Mizzarelli of State Farm in Randolph. My licensed and experienced team members are here to serve you for all of your insurance and financial service needs in New Jersey and New York. We offer excellent customer service, and our office is conveniently located in Randolph, New Jersey. For a free auto, home, life, or business quote, visit us at aaronmizzarelli.com or call us at 973-389-9999.
I enjoy helping nonprofits achieve their goals and really accomplish their mission, namely by nurturing my relationship with them, their staff, their donors, their volunteers, and their board members. I think the key to being trusted is really transparency. What I've seen time and time again is that when you give anything the right conditions, the support, the autonomy, trust, your full attention, it will thrive. This is as true for my clients and for my colleagues as it is for myself here at WIS.
Go ahead, take a deep breath. Oh, nice, huh? That's some clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature.
That is good. Who installed the system?
ICS. They're the leaders in HVAC. They make the ductwork at their own factory, so we even save some money.
That's impressive. You recommend them?
It's ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Hey, Lorraine, go get a big plastic bag. Take some air home with you.
If you live in Andover, Blairstown, Byram, Frankfurt, Franklin, Frieden, Frelinghuysen, Greene, Hampton, Hardwick, Hope, Knowlton, Lafayette, Newton, Sparta, Stillwater, Sussex, and Wantage, Planet Networks is building high-speed fiber in your neighborhood. Visit getplanetfiber.com today to learn more.
Blue Nail was superior in almost every aspect. We've worked with contractors for almost everything in the firehouse, and Blue Nail really made us feel comfortable all the way through, from the contract to pre-planning to scheduling, getting the job done. We are thrilled that they were able to do the job for us.
Do your glory days as a high school athlete feel far behind you? Are memories of being out there competing so clear that you can feel it? But then reality sets in and your stiff back, achy knees, and painful shoulders remind you that it's been years or even decades since you could move that way. Don't worry, the team at Better with Physical Therapy's one-on-one customized care can help you feel and move better again. Their specialists will find the cause of what's slowing you down and build a plan that will help you realize that your glory days are still ahead of you. You can get better with Physical Therapy, located in the Madison YMCA. Request an appointment today at betterwithpt.com.
For years, it had been the same routine. Working all night. Ah, those beautiful faces. I wanted more. For me. For them. For our futures. There was this day that something changed. A simple moment of dress-up. It opened my eyes.
Take charge of your future and go big at CCM.
KJM Financial, helping families navigate the college application and financial aid process since 1988. Visit njcollegeguy.com to schedule your free consultation.
Crust Kitchen, a unique kitchen experience. Located at 7 Cross Street in Madison. Call us at 908-525-7878 or visit crustkitchen.com to see our menu or order online.
Hello and welcome back to Rutgers University Newark. Halftime is almost over here. Referees looking to get things started. So, Grace, looking at that first half, what do you think that specifically Morris Elite can do to put some more goals in the back of the net here?
I mean, we've obviously talked about those offsides. Also, specifically, the chances. I mean, I'm all for switching up how they attempt to shoot, but I think what's worked best for them thus far is the long balls over the head of the keeper. So I think that's something they can keep in mind, as well as switching the ball a bit more. I've noticed the ball being congested on one side. Additionally, we do have a few subs coming in. Nada Ramirez, Olivia Smith, and Gia Milano, all some fresh legs.
And for Morris Elite, those fresh legs could be extremely important in getting more goals. Now to Ramirez, 6 games, 6 goals. So another really big goal scorer for this Morris Elite team. On the flip side, for Westchester, don't seem like they have made any subs as of this moment. However, we will keep you updated on that. Smith coming in for Courtney Root, so the captain off the field for Morris Elite. And we have Gia Milano coming in on this near side for Raquel Garces. And we're off here for the second half of play. We do have a sub for Westchester Flames here. Entering the match is number 24, Leah Reefus. So she's coming in for Francesca Heighton. Smith with her first touch of the match. Playing back for Redden. Severini spins. Playing long, Vargas back with it here. Cutting in is Vargas. Finding McCauley, whose shot way wide, but taken down by Ramirez, whose first touch of the match goes long and out of bounds off the goal line.
Yeah, just a missed shot by McCollin, but nevertheless, she was pretty open, and that opportunity says a lot. You know, a missed touch there, but she was usually pretty consistent, so I wouldn't say anything against her there. Just a little mess up there. The sophomore at Elon played and started all 17 games there last season.
Yeah, the other switch for Morris Elite is Nacho Ramirez coming in for Juliana Ryan. So the goal scorer comes off the field here for Morris Elite. Meanwhile, a foul called, and Fortunate will take this free kick. Vargas told to take a couple steps back, and she will, but 10 yards not asked for here, so. Fortunate's kick, long, looking for Flores, and over the foot of Rifus, cleared by Williams. Here's Rifus once again. She'll find Vano, hits that one long, but a weird bounce there right in front of Constantine, though. No one home for Westchester, and she'll take that one cleanly.
Yeah, and credit to Constantine there, although it had a weird bounce and she didn't catch it. Straight in the air, she seemed calm and collected there. Knew she had a split second to recover. So no panic from the goalkeeper.
Redden now on it. She'll find Cavalier. Good little flick from her. Severini once again driving at this defense. She'll find Ramirez. Quick change of pace. Cuts back for her Columbia teammate Cavalier.
Struggles to find an option there. Hits the ref.
So that'll be a drop ball for Morris Elite. Interference from the referee. Rosenblatt told to back off, and we'll get this one back underway.
Probably
Severini.
A good thing if you're Morris Elite is looked like there was a lack of options there.
Chip ball in for Ramirez looking for post, but that went over her head and cleared away by Fortunate. Leah Rifus extremely low here for Westchester, but able to navigate around that, though her ball ultimately out of bounds. Rifus, freshman at Stony Brook this coming fall. Won a U18 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championship this year with Quick Strike Patriots FC. Meanwhile, down goes Olivia Smith, earning that foul call as the substitute, and ball quickly played out to Milano for her first touches of the match. Severini on it once again. Cuts to her left, looking for McCauley there on her right, but not able to connect.
Yeah, and while Westchester has struggled to connect, they do have a lot of speed up top. You were just talking about Rifus with the 5:30 mile time she ran track, so definitely want to prevent any breakaway if you are more Solitas. Westchester does have that speed going for them.
Not to say that Morris Leeds is any slouch in that department, particularly Nata Ramirez, though on the smaller side at 5'1", one of the shiftiest players on this roster, and you could see it in the beginnings of this second half, taking on the height of Caroline O'Neill, who is about 10 inches taller than she is. Here's that matchup. Once again, though, Ramirez trips and that ball goes out of bounds. O'Neill will take this throw for Westchester. Ball in over the head of Rosenblatt, taken away by Williams. Pressure from Rosenblatt, though. She'll find Severini. Severini's ball in, looking for Vargas. She'll save that one from going out of bounds. Ramirez cut back, though, once again out of bounds, and won't matter as post shot goes over the net regardless. Sakal will take this goal kick for Westchester in just a few moments. Short finds McHugh. O'Neill. Back for number 14, another substitute at half for Westchester, Zaira Higazi. Here's Higazi on it. Constantine now. Smith driving, pressured from Vano. Once again, Vano hits the turf. Though no call and played out for Milano. Ball switched to Redden. She'll drive once again. Rifus forcing that play to the left, and ball slipped in for Ramirez, though too far once again for her, and the ball will roll out of bounds.
Yeah, so in these early minutes in the second half, we haven't really seen a dominating presence from either squad. I think both have done nearly an equally job in pressuring, and while neither team has had an excellent opportunity, there have been a couple from Morris Elite, maybe one from Westchester, so seems to be pretty evenly matched right now.
Meanwhile, that chance from Westchester looking to be on the ropes, but taken again. There is Higazi finding fortunate, ball looped in. Rifus looked to be headed straight to that ball, but Redden able to collect that and clear it. Ramirez now with the ball for her Columbia teammate Cavalier. Rosenblatt takes that one back and plays back for O'Neill, doubled. Ball stolen by McCauley and fouled by O'Neill. Is the Eland midfielder, so Morris Elite will retain possession. Redden will stand over this free kick. We've seen what kind of damage she can do with those long balls in, so a threatening position here. Another ball looped in, headed by Post, headed by Vargas, but Rodriguez gets under it. Post once again, facing down Fortunate, beats her. Left-footed cross, looped in on the bounce, cleared away momentarily by O'Neill. Severini back on it. Cutting back and looking for Cavalier was Severini, but ball taken away. Here's Leah Rifus looking for Higazi, but won't connect. Morris Elite go the other way. Cavalier stolen by Fortunate, and Rifus once again on it. Vano. This is better from Westchester. That looks to be offsides and will be called. Unable to hold her run.
But despite the offsides, as you mentioned, Liza, a little bit of better play, connecting more with passes for Westchester. I mean, we've mentioned Rifus a lot, but with reason. She played varsity soccer for 5 years, so that includes 8th grade, was pulled up to varsity soccer. So some very threatening players on both teams, and you're finally kind of able to see it from Westchester.
Yeah, big tackle there too. The physicality on this one definitely ramping up after halftime as Vano again involved, but this time Milano hits the turf. Taken away there by Cavalier on the attempted clearance from Westchester. Attempting to find the hole was the Columbia Lion, but unable to slip through as Rosenblatt has the space and time. She'll continue to carry, finds Higazi, looking for Rifus, and they'll connect. Vano now on it. Ball slipped in for Rifus, but Redden has that one easily covered, and Milano will dribble this one back out, going the other way.
Definitely too heavy of a touch, but again, nevertheless, a great bit of play from Westchester, who struggled immensely in the first half in connecting those passes, having those 1-2s, those overlaps, and here they are stringing some passes together.
Yeah, and another speedy threat coming in at halftime for for Westchester Flames is Higazi, who not only plays soccer at Iona, but also runs track at the Division I level for the school. So that is a big threat going forward for Westchester. Meanwhile, another big threat in Vargas, cutting in, shooting, blocked off the back there, but not out of danger is Westchester as Ramirez fires, though her half volley slowly rolls into the hands of Sakal. So another Morris Elite attack ending in the gloves of Sakal, but that's the kind of thing you want to see if you're Morris Elite, finally looking a little more dangerous after 10 minutes in the second half.
Yeah, and we've talked about Sakal a little bit, but mostly about her height, which is honestly just incredibly impressive to make it to this level at only 5'4". She's was a redshirt sophomore at St. John's this year and is 20 years old, so impressive stuff from her. Small, but definitely don't count her out. She's made some nice saves here today.
On the other side, Constantine not called on a ton leading up to now, but potentially in the near future as Juliana Vano has space and will fire this one, but way wide is the attempt from her. Juliana Vano, a really interesting player for this Westchester team. Not only is she second on the team in goals with 2, but also an interesting story as well. Was a member of Pace Women's Soccer in 2015 as a Team Impact signing. Team Impact, a really great organization if you haven't heard of it. They help pair kids who've been diagnosed with chronic illnesses with teams to help them grow as people. And Vano being diagnosed with lymphoma, beating that, and now finding her way onto a college soccer field. So a really great story from the Westchester forward who has played her heart out here tonight.
Yeah, really awesome player, really awesome story. Only 19 years old. Here she is again.
Vano finding Reyes. Back for Fortunate. Good ball there, able to find Rosenblatt. Though Rosenblatt and Higazi not on the same page there, and that ball will roll harmlessly out of bounds for a Morris Elite throw.
Looks like Williams out to take it. Again, her first time playing with the team. Third most minutes on her team at Dartmouth. So despite not seeing much time up until now there, she's seen a lot of playing time with Dartmouth. She's definitely made an impact in this Morris Elite 2-0 deficit.
Yeah, Taylor Williams, a member of that Dartmouth team, and Dartmouth, one of those schools that part of the quarter system, so it's possible that the reason she hasn't been available for selection is because she hasn't been home. Meanwhile, Macaulay down this left side, crossing in, looking for post. She'll find her, turns, taken away by the Westchester defense, and Sakal will gobble that one up, but down on the field is her center back, Rodriguez, look to collide either with post or with her own goalkeeper, looking to clear that ball away. Similar situation to what happened to Hannah Anderkin just a week ago, getting kicked in the ankle, and hopefully she's okay.
Yeah, looks to not be doing so well. Hopefully she's okay. Looking to see, looks like they won't call for a substitute to take her out yet.
Yeah, the trainer not being immediately called onto the field is always a good sign in these games. You never want to see anyone get injured with their college seasons on the horizon, so.
She gets up slowly but surely, and game will resume.
Yeah, good to see that she's A-okay and able to continue. So Sakal will boot this one out. Looking for Rifus, but will find the foot of Redden instead, though her clearance will only go as far as O'Neill. Long ball here, looking for Vano, past Milano in a foot race. Are these two players again bumping shoulders, though Milano able to get that right foot in and prevent Vano from cutting across her and getting a shot in at Constantine. Vargas going back the other way. Williams on it here. Again, looking to drive to the middle of the field is Morris Elite. Great touch there from Ali Post. Severini, the goal scorer, back on it. Though that ball harmlessly off her foot and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, that ball had too much on it, and she knew that, but Another great opportunity for Morris Elite, who looks to be really testing Sakala here. However, on the other side, you have Westchester, who's done a much better job this half in creating opportunities.
Yeah, we've seen Westchester do a better job transitioning from offense to defense, getting counterattacks moving, and that's been key in these first couple minutes to creating their opportunities. Meanwhile, here's another one for them. Vano looking for her teammate Flores, but taken away by Severini. A great little move by her. She'll take on multiple blue shirts. And out of bounds.
And it looks like we're going to have a substitute for the keeper. Thank you, Megan, our coworker who informed us.
Yeah, so coming in for Morris Elite is, as we mentioned before, Kyla Holmes, number 99, goalkeeper change here. Holmes, a 5'9" sophomore at Yale from Newton, New Jersey. She made 6 appearances for the Bulldogs this season with 3 starts.
However, this will be her first appearance for Morris Elite.
With Arden Lembrick unavailable for selection tonight, Holmes getting her shot. So great thing to see some more players hit the field tonight. Kyla Holmes, a W League vet, played in all 3 of these seasons that the league has been in existence for 3 different clubs. First for Queensborough, last year for Metro Division rival Manhattan Soccer Club, and this year for Morris Elite. So the fact that she keeps getting called up to play in these big moments at just 19 years old shows a lot about her quality.
Absolutely agree, and we'll see what she can do tonight with, I'd say, an estimate of 40 minutes remaining. Right now the clock says 62:38. However, the clock still runs when there's a player down. So, given that, it will go a little past 90, and I meant 30 minutes, by the way. My math is not my greatest strong suit, hence why I'm here.
Meanwhile, Post taking that cross out of bounds. First hit fortunate and then hit the post. So a corner for Morris Elite there on kind of a bizarre turn of events, though they'll be happy to get that corner.
Looks like Captain Kelly Severini will take it.
So Severini, short ball in, looking for Vargas. She'll play it back. No offsides called. Vargas gets it back once again. Here's Cavalier, who fires, looking for the top corner and just wide. That was a great chance for Cavalier to get her 3rd goal of the season.
Yeah, and something that I really like that Morris Elite has been able to do, not just throughout this game, but a general theme I've seen for them is they are very versatile. They are able to switch stuff up. They have a lot of corners and take a lot of them long, but little short ones like that to switch things up, just keep the other team on their toes, is something that I enjoy watching.
Meanwhile, Westchester looking on the counter, out of bounds though, off the chest of Rifus, and Morris Elite will ultimately avert that threat. Milano throws for Vargas, pressured heavily by Ray, as is the Brown forward, but unable to get around her is Vargas and given away. Higazi battling with Cavalier. 2 Westchester players pulling on her shirt, and we'll get the call from the center ref despite protests from both Higazi and Flores on that.
Yeah, seemed like frustration from both teams, but moment to reset. Williams.
She'll play down the line for Ramirez, who we haven't seen much of in the second half so far, but here she is now once again. Ramirez cutting through this defense. McCauley onside, in on goal, and that's just wide. Big chance there for Morris Elite to get their 3rd goal, but McCauley unable to convert her first of the season.
Yeah, the sophomore at Elon's definitely going to want that one back, but she was able to take a great touch, get past the defenders. It was just a shot that was a little wide, even had the right speed on it in my opinion, but that one just out wide, as you mentioned, Liza, and goal kick here.
Yeah, and all credit to Sakala on that. She was able to cut down the angle extremely well there and force that shot wide. those are not easy shots for goalkeepers, and great job by her to get big and force that shot wide of the net. Though Morris Elite will again go on the attack here. Williams will find Ramirez once again. Midfielder ultimately, though, dispossessed. Though Severini will regain that, and offsides his post. Though the shot from Severini also just wide. So Morris Elite beginning to look more threatening here, and a sub will come on the field for Westchester. This will be number 5, Romy Schreiber. Schreiber, a 5'6" freshman, will be attending Wesleyan University this fall in the NESCAC from Rye, New York.
Only 18 years old, one of the younger members on this team. Was on the U19 Israel national team. Also has run track with a 5:45 mile time. Lots of fast players on both teams, but just another notable mention there.
Yeah, and Schreiber also has a couple of starts, couple of games under her belt this year. So though young, she does have experience, and that experience will be counted on here to hopefully give this Westchester team a boost in these last couple of minutes. Here's Milano. Schreiber facing her down and finds the feet of Macaulay, facing Rodriguez, and able to clear his Westchester. Schreiber's first touch of the match. Completed pass to Leah Reifus. Here's Reifus looking for Schreiber. 2 Westchester players on it, but first touch of this USLW season for Kyla Holmes, an easy one, as she just has to bend down and pick that up with little pressure.
Yeah, too much on that ball for sure. However, the placement was beautiful as 2 defenders were on her, and she was able to place that just right, just a little too heavy of a touch.
Yeah, great little turn there from Vargas, as Post able to do the same and get that ball wide. Severini looking for Ramirez. That's a great ball from the Michigan State grad. Ramirez's chip ball for Vargas. The header saved by Sakal.
Excellent job by Ramirez in keeping that one in. That ball, something I would have considered, yeah, just too heavy of a touch, but not too heavy for Ramirez, who was able to quickly speed up to that one. It almost looked like the defender had given up on the chance that Ramirez would even get it, so credit to her there.
Fortunate now, able to get on this one. Pressured by Vargas. A little too late as the Brown forward, but cut out by Smith, and now taken by Williams. Here's Smith again. Smith, the usual starter on this team, so good to see her back in the lineup after coming in at halftime. Williams. Ramirez back for Williams.
Yeah, Smith is a new player on this team. Again, played a lot this season, however, new this season for the team. Will transfer to Lamar University in the fall from Rider.
Great job there by her to put that ball out of bounds off of Higazi and win that throw for Morris Elite. Here's Post turning, lost the ball out of bounds, and ball will be thrown in by O'Neill, taken by Higazi, and Schreiber will bring that one down, looking for Vano. She's in on goal, though Smith will recover. Ball deflected off the foot of Smith, and good job by Holmes to get behind that one. Those deflections can be killer if you don't judge them correctly, so credit to her for making that one work. Vargas, pressured by Schreiber and out of bounds. Some strong words from the coaching staff of Westchester there as they attempt to overcome this 2-0 deficit with just 20 minutes left. We've seen it done before. Morris Elite just now has to prevent themselves from falling victim to the same thing that they were able to do to Long Island on Saturday. Redden another ball in, this time back for Macaulay, a touch over Sakal, and wide once again is Macaulay. Her second chance of the day to go just wide left.
That one was just so close, again, just wide, and she did the hardest part both times, which was getting past the defender, angling it in such a way to get past the keeper. Of course, it went wide, but she really did the hardest part on both of those and just wasn't able to connect. But some great touches, some promising ones from her.
Yeah, and a great ball by Redden, who's been doing that all night. And Westchester has to be able to key in on that ball because it seems to be working. Meanwhile, big pressure there from Schreiber, but unable to get the ball off of Gio Milano, though Severini plays through that tackle from Fortunate, run off of her line there by Rodriguez, and back for McCauley. McCauley out for Cavalier. Wide open is Redden. Wouldn't put it past her to shoot here, and she does, but blocked by Rosenblatt, who looks a little shaken up on that play, though able to play her teammate O'Neal on the overlap. O'Neal. Rosenblatt once again. Rosenblatt, a big part of this team, as we mentioned, 7 games played, 7 started before tonight, so all of her games that she has appeared in, she has started. Also, of note, coming off an ACL tear, so really great job from her to be this fit. Only a little more than a year after that injury. Will be attending Towson in the fall. Meanwhile, Rifus, a great little turn by her, though Smith runs her off that ball. The experience of Smith prevailing in that scenario, who will take that ball through the midfield and find Severini.
Yeah, lots of gaps, it seems, in the Westchester defense. Talked about that a little in the first half. Seems
counter-attacking opportunity here. Vargas with the shot. We've seen her convert those before, but that one just mishit and wide right. Substitution here for Morris Elite. This is Faith Schechter coming in. She'll replace Sophia Cavalier.
Yeah, the Scranton player who played 8 games for the team this season. 3 times all-conference honoree in high school. Lots of talent here, and she'll give a rest to Cavalier, as well as the rest of the team, as we're going to have a hydration break once again.
Yeah, if I could guess what the switch was going to be here, as those two don't play the same position, I believe Allie Post will be sliding back into the midfield and Schechter will be taking her spot up top, but we will see for sure in just a few minutes when the game resumes. But as we've said, 2-0 game still here. Westchester looking much more dangerous in this second half, and a lot of that due to some of the things that you mentioned at halftime, and taking advantage of their counterattacking opportunities and being more precise on the ball. So in these next 20 minutes, is there anything else that you think that they could possibly improve on and potentially result in a goal for them?
Yeah, and I mean, I think as we mentioned, Liza, there has been such great improvement for them, and I think a big thanks to that is their ability to string these little passes. You know, it's easy to get frustrated as a team that's down and just boot the ball here and there, try to get up to a forward, but all of their chances have really come from beautiful strings of passes between the defense and the midfielders and the strikers. So that is something they need to keep doing, staying calm and collected. Not a big fan of rushing unless it's quite literally the last minute, and that's something they've done well on in this half, something they should continue.
Yeah, and the fact that these substitutes have been seen making such a difference with chances from Rifus, from Higazi, from recent entrant Romy Schreiber. These are the kinds of players that you want to be able to rely on late in the game. They've come on and changed the way that this Westchester team has been attacking, with Rifus staying much higher than Heighton was able to in that first half. So Morris Elite has to make some adjustments if they want to keep this lead tenuous at this point, and we'll see how these next 20 or so minutes unfold.
Yeah, and as for Morris Elite, I don't know if there's much they can really be doing to improve other than their shooting, as I say that because they have gotten 95% of the way there frequently. They get the shot off, they do the hard part in getting past the defender. It's just some off shots. Again, not the worst thing when you're already up. It's not like they're down a goal or two, but something that they need to work on. Really, all I can say is the accuracy in shooting.
Yeah, 95% of the way there for sure. Just sometimes it's not easy to finish the play, especially when you've been running back and forth to defend these counterattacks. As down goes number 15, Olivia Redden, bowled through there by Rifus, but Holmes able to collect that ball without much issue. Milano, she'll find post, as indeed the switch was post into the midfield, as Schechter able to turn with that one, gets past O'Neill with space, is the substitute playing wide for Ramirez, who will take McHugh on. Ramirez back for post, unable to connect there with Williams's post, though Ramirez able to stop that counter from progressing there, able to get the foot in, and Milano takes that ball away. So great job by Morris Elite to win that ball back in their attacking half. Meanwhile, big ball off the chest of McCauley and one away by Reyes. Westchester now will settle.
So we enter the 77th minute mark, and as we do, also wanted to mention that the clock did keep running during the hydration break, so it definitely will exceed 90 minutes by a few.
Great job there by Schreiber to battle off post there, but unable to do the same for her teammate was Rifus. Post, good touch by her, a little shirt pull, and unable to draw the foul, but definitely some hands being used against the Rutgers midfielder there. Though now Westchester with the ball, and here's McHugh. Rodriguez. Reyes now with it, back for McHugh. Pressured by Schechter. Rosenblatt. As this game has gone on, we've definitely seen Westchester find more of those gaps, as another similar ball in, looking for Romy Schreiber, though Kyla Holmes able to track that one down despite Leah Rifus bearing down on her.
Yeah, it was kind of an awkward ball there, as it was going slow and very much neared the box, but took a second to do so. So that was Holmes' first major decision that she had to make.
Meanwhile, that ball from post taken down by Ramirez. Great job by her, but ball caught in her feet and taken away by Rosenblatt. Rodriguez looking for Schreiber and able to find her. Schreiber. Vano blocked by Severini and taken by Schechter, who finds Vargas on the run. She's in on goal. Vargas, easy chip over the head of Sakal and in for Vargas.
And just like that, it's 3-0. The 18-year-old Brown University player played for the Dominican Republic national team, and you can see why there. I mean, she had the space, she had the time, but she really created that for herself as she chipped that one, and it's a beautiful play altogether. We're going to see the replay right here.
Yeah, but that's where the height of Sakal becomes a little bit of an issue, as maybe a taller goalkeeper gets a hand on that ball just out of her reach. Meanwhile, another sub coming in for Westchester Flames as Vano makes way for number 7.
Audrey Lee.
Audrey Lee, a usual captain for this team. 5'4", 24 years old, from Pelham. Played soccer at Northeastern before graduating.
Her appearance, important to the statistics, as she's the only player in the team that's played in every single game. We'll continue that streak.
That goal was scored by number 7, Angelina Vargas.
Now that's the goal that Morris Elite has been looking for, so it'll be interesting to see how in these last 10 or so minutes of play they are able to either build on that or just ride out the 3-0 scoreline and get this 3 points.
Yeah, and Liza, it was much earlier when we talked about this, but we did talk about the difference between which team would score next. Would it be 2-1 or 3-0 for Morris Lee? And 3-0 feels very different from 2-1. Again, very different time that we talked about this. Now only about a little more than 10 minutes remaining, but I believe it's still prevalent that 3-0 very different than 2-1 could have been.
Great job there by Schechter to keep that ball in the possession of Morris Elite, and Redden will now take this one. Been extremely dangerous tonight with her lofted balls over that back line. That ball from Williams looking for Vargas, but unable to connect, and Sakal will grab that one.
She'll take a moment here. I mean, maybe time to start picking things up a little bit, however. Good idea
ball
too.
Over the head of Rifus and headed away by Redden.
She checked who was open.
Good touch there from Schreiber to get around Milano, but great job by her. Though Schreiber now, big tackle from her. A lot of arms being used there. Surprised the ref did not call that one, but Morris Elite will go the other way. Schechter, McHugh's clearance ultimately bounced off of her, but finds the feet of McNeil, and O'Neal, and she'll go the other way.
Yeah, there's been a lot of arms, but most of the times I think that the ref hasn't called it. It's been because it's been both sides, really. He maybe can't decide who's using their arms more and just decides to let it go.
Yeah, a little bit of a chippy game tonight that Morris Elite has thus far gotten the better of. Post now on it. Finds Severini in space, taken down by Ramirez. She has Schechter going long, but she'll go through the middle of the field and blocked away, but shortly back to the feet of Vargas, taking her on. Left-footed shot, chipped in again by the Brown forward.
And the goal scorer with another goal. I mean, Angelina Vargas, just incredible. She's now up to 12 goals, which is now the #1 goal scorer on the team. Hannah Anakin had led the team before tonight with 11 goals. Angelina Vargas came in with 10, just trailing her. Now with 12 goals, Angelina Vargas is the #1 goal scorer on the team. What a great chip from her.
Yeah, and that's the kind of play that, again, the height of Sakal coming into play, as that ball coming in from a really tight angle off the left foot and just goes over her head, unfortunately. Not much she could do there, and Vargas gets her 12th goal of the season off a Butte. That's when we talk about the difference between 3 and 4-0, as Faye Schechter puts that one over.
4-0, seemingly impossible to recover from, especially this far in the game. I mean, I'd say maybe you need to do some serious talking if it's earlier, but this late in the game, seemingly impossible to recover from. My thought is that if you are Westchester here, you really just need to focus on preventing more goal scoring if you can. The goal may not be winning anymore. That might not be the objective. Instead, just mitigating the damage as we see 2 more subs come in.
Yeah, these subs will be Ella Spina and Nicole Rago. First appearances of the season for both these two. Or excuse me, Rago's played in 1 game this year, so Rago, a 5'7" senior at Binghamton from Parsippany, played 2 games in 2023 for them, while Spina is going to be a freshman at Florida Southern this coming fall. First game for this team this season.
2 very talented players, but I mean, that aside, also just helps to have some fresh legs on the field this late into the game.
Yeah, first touch for Rago here is a good one, fending off Romy Schreiber, though her ball picked off by Rifus, and Holmes may have something to do here, though Rifus' shot goes wide. Ultimately, no threat to the Yale keeper.
Seems that the few shots that have been taken, I mean, despite having just scored 2 goals, seems that a lot of shots from both teams have been wide. But all of Westchester's have seemed to fit that category, as looked like there was no looking up at the goal there, just a shot. And I think maybe frustration's kicking in where you're thinking, all right, I'm just going to shoot it at this point because, I don't know, I'm frustrated. And it's exactly what happened, no looking up. So
yeah, and just, again, when you're tired and have been running around on defense as much as this Westchester team has, it's a lot harder to keep your technique sound, and there Rifus just unable to get her hips all the way around that ball, and some of that may be due to frustration and some of that may be due to just being tired from the amount of running that she's had to do up top tonight. Morris Elite again on the attack. These 2 goals in the last couple minutes seemingly demoralizing this Westchester team a little bit, and Milano plays that ball in, but offsides. That's when we say the difference between going down 3-0 versus getting that goal and being down only 2-1. Morris Elite able to get that consecutive goal that they have been looking for all game really quickly, as going down 3-0 can just deflate a team this late.
Yeah, absolutely. And now I can barely criticize this team. The only thing that I would say, if anything, is their offsides. Again, hard to criticize a team that's up 4-0, but I think it is something they can work on, in the sense that this sounds obvious, but once you're offsides, it's because you're so high up, and when you're so high up, that's where opportunities come. So it's really just hurt them in this game and in others. So something to keep in mind, keep practicing if you're Morris Elite.
Yeah, and those types of opportunities later in the season, especially on Saturday against a Long Island Rough Riders team that isn't going to give you much. Any opportunity that they pass up or that gets disallowed because of offside could come back to hurt them in like a 1 or 2 goal game, as that one was on Saturday. Meanwhile, here's Rago finding Spina, who easily plays to Milano, who's in. Her right-footed cross with the outside of her foot bounces out of bounds, and corner kick for Morris Elite here in this 88th minute.
88th minute. Expect this one maybe to go about to 93, 94 minutes. Again, we had a player down for Westchester Flames for about a minute or 2 in addition to that hydration break. So expect maybe about 7, 8 more minutes here.
Meanwhile, short ball once again. Ramirez this time in. Flicked header by Faye Schechter goes over the bar.
Yeah, and so up 4-0. We talked about Westchester and what they can be looking to do. But if you're Morris Elite, I think really, again, traveling to play a tough team on the weekend. Right now, I think it's great that they're experimenting with players who haven't seen much time and really just trying things out as that shot goes high.
Yeah, a good chance there for Morris Elite, but you know, these are the chances that you're up 4-0. It's easy to keep your head out of, it's easy to lose your head in this game and check out in these last couple minutes, but they would love to get the shutout. They would love to keep their goals against low, as that could potentially become a factor if this game on Saturday versus Rough Riders ends in a tie, and these 2 teams have to go to tiebreakers to determine who wins the division. So every goal matters if you're Morris Elite, and you cannot check out. Meanwhile, here's Schreiber. She shoots. Big save from Kyla Holmes.
Very clean save at that. I mean, right in her gloves, and didn't drop that one at all. Very clean save.
Yeah, great hold by her. Schreiber able to get in behind Rago and fire that right-footed shot, curling back post. And if Holmes doesn't hold on to that, that's potentially a goal. Meanwhile, fired in again, this time by number 7 of Westchester Flames, Audrey Lee, that Holmes able to tip over the bar.
Yeah, so 2 consecutive great saves by the keeper.
Holmes up to the task up to this point, and this is what we were just saying about making sure that you don't check out in these types of situations. They need every single goal, and they need every single save in this battle with Rough Riders for the top spot in the division.
Yeah, and again, talk about how talented this Morris Elite team is. I mean, they've had 3 goalkeepers that have played this season that have all made their mark, and Holmes proving she can fit right in there with them.
Headed away there by Ali Post, only as far as Reyes back for Fortunate, and Holmes will collect that one. No rebounds from her tonight. Important there to keep that one in her hands. 4 minutes of stoppage time here.
Holmes again. Her first appearance as someone we haven't been able to highlight a lot, but now that she's in and made quite a few impressive saves. She played for the U15 and U17 United States Youth National Team in a camp.
Excuse me, no top stoppage time, even though we had been told there would be 4 minutes. And so This game ends 4-0 in favor of Morris Elite. Great work there in the last 30 seconds from Holmes to keep that one a shutout.
Yeah, not sure why there wasn't a little bit of extra time added, but nevertheless, a win for Morris Elite. Very impressive stuff, and great way to end it if you're Westchester, who really proved themselves in that second half. So thank you for joining us. I'm Grace Canizzo alongside my wonderful broadcast partner, Liza Katz.
Well, thank you for tuning in, and good night. Division clinching implications for either of those teams, depending on the results here tonight. So Cavalier now on it. Her shot over the head of Sakal, but over the bar. Ball for Vargas over her foot and cleared away. Heighton's touch, too long. Now here's Cavalier, fires. Once again over the bar.
Brick wall for this team.
Ball looped in by Redden. Great run there from Cavalier to get in. Columbia midfielder back for Severini, who fires, and that's the first goal of the day for Moore. Covered. Severini. Vargas. Cross in by her, looking for post. Saved by Sakal. Chopped back in and into the net there. Off the foot.
So as to not allow so much space.
Yeah, attempted short corner there for Morris Elite, but defended well by Maya Presume. And now Ryan will get back on this quick throw, crossed in, looking for Severini, but cleared away by Sakal, though. Severin will continue her run. She has Vargas to her left. Will play her a slip ball through. Vargas in on goal. Crossed in, looking for Juliana Ryan, and offsides. Ultimately on the ropes, but taken again. There is Higazi finding fortunate. Ball looped in. Rifus looked to be headed straight to that ball, but red in quarter system, so it's possible that the reason she hasn't been available for selection is because she hasn't been home. Meanwhile, Macaulay down this left side, crossing in, looking for post. She'll find her, turns, taken away by the Westchester defense, and ball in, looking for Vargas. She'll play it back. No offsides called. Vargas gets it back once again. Here's Cavalier, who fires, looking for the top corner and just wide. That was a great chance for Cavalier, but here she is now once again. Ramirez cutting through this defense. Macaulay onside, in on goal, and that's just wide. Big chance there for Morris Elite to get their third goal, but Vargas as post able to do the same and get that ball wide. Severini looking for Ramirez. That's a great ball from the Michigan State grad. Ramirez's chip ball for Vargas. The header saved by Sakal. Vano blocked by Severini and taken by Schechter, who finds Vargas on the run. She's in on goal. Vargas, easy chip over the head of Sakal and in for Vargas. Long, but she'll go through the middle of the field and blocked away, but shortly back to the feet of Vargas, taking her on. Left-footed shot, chipped in again by the Brown forward.
And the goal score.
Have to go to tiebreakers to determine who wins the division, so every goal matters if you're Morris Elite, and you cannot check out. Meanwhile, here's Schreiber. She shoots. Big save from Kyla Holmes. Very Rago and fire that right-footed shot, curling back post, and if Holmes doesn't hold on to that, that's potentially a goal. Meanwhile, fired in again, this time by number 7 of Westchester Flames, Audrey Lee, that